If you really want to build muscle mass, there's nothing better than strength training. Good morning, my loves, rise and shine. Today is going to be a great day. Even though I didn't have the best sleep, I am telling myself that because I'm a strong believer in you are what you speak into existence. The power of the tongue is a real thing. Not to sound like some yogi kind of guru, but it is so true. If you tell yourself you're going to have a great day today, it is more likely that you're going to have a great day today. If you tell yourself that the day is going to be bad, or you're already starting off being a little bit of a negative Nancy, then the chances are your day is going to be a bit more negative. I'm grateful for another day. I'm grateful for the air that I'm breathing. I'm grateful that I get another chance on this planet to get a step closer to the person that I'm trying to become. I feel like what people don't mention is it's not about motivation. If you think I wake up every single day motivated to do my workout, motivated to cook and eat healthy, motivated to go for long walks, you're wrong. It is about discipline and consistency. I cannot stress that enough. I feel like if you start with small things, it doesn't have to be anything crazy or drastic. If you just start with the smallest things, you'll find that over time, it just becomes part of your everyday life. You're not even seeing it as a chore or something that you have to do or something that you need to tick off the to-do list. It just becomes part of your lifestyle. It becomes so much easier. I found that when I am consistent with things, I don't even think about it anymore. If you've been here for a while, you already know that we had to leave Dubai quite abruptly and we moved to Malaysia for a good couple of weeks, but we are back now and I'm trying my hardest to get back onto my healthy girl routine again. It's not the easiest, especially with everything that is currently going on, but we're trying our best and that's all that matters. So today we are focusing on 3 things to ensure that we have a very productive morning. We're going to go for a super long walk and we are going to aim that by the end of the day, I have hit my 8 to 10k steps. That is my non-negotiable. All these 3 things are. The second thing is we are going to cook a super healthy, high protein meal. If you're starting out on your fitness journey or if you've been doing your fitness journey for a while, then you already know it's super important the food that you fuel yourself with. You need to make sure you're having high protein meals. You need to make sure that you're having all the right nutrients in your body. Working out goes hand in hand with healthy nutrition. And then lastly, we are going to do a gym workout. Crazy, I know. I love my reformer Pilates, my mat Pilates class. I haven't done a gym workout, I'm not gonna lie, it's been a while. And once you hit age 30, your muscle mass starts to decline. Ugh, it makes me so sad. But that means that it is super important for you to be building your muscle mass. So I'm going to start back with my gym routines. We're still gonna do Pilates because I'm a Pilates girl inside and out. We're gonna go with my husband because it's been a little while and I feel like I just need that support. I'm a bit shy to go to the gym by myself just yet, so he's gonna go with me and train me and kind of ease me back into my gym girl era. If you want to start having productive mornings or productive days, don't think that it needs to be anything drastic. Start with 3 small non-negotiables like I'm doing today, and I promise you, once you start being consistent with it, it gets so much easier. Make your bed, maybe drink some water, maybe even aim for like 5,000 steps. Nothing crazy, just ease yourself into it. Anyway, with all of that being said, let's have a great productive morning and let's start the day.
It's this one thing that got me tripping. It's this one thing that just.
It's this one thing that got me tripping. It's this one thing that got me tripping again. Thing is so many feeling. It's this one thing that just. It's this one thing that caught me slipping. It's this one thing that went to end me again. This one thing that I was so waiting. It's this one thing that just. Hey, we don't know each other well, so why I keep picking on myself? Memories just keep ringing bells. Hear voices I don't wanna understand. My car keeps on jingling in my head. My high heels I click it towards your door. It's this one thing that got me tripping. It's this one thing that got me tripping again. Thing is so many feeling. It's this one thing that just. It's this one thing that caught me slipping. It's this one thing that went. This one thing that I was so waiting. It's this one thing that just. And maybe I just need to believe it. It's this one thing you did. I can't deny, try, never left the door, but I keep on seeing you. I'm hoping you can keep a secret. Babe, what you did? This one thing that got me tripping. This one thing that got me tripping. This one thing is so many feelings.
So we are now at the gym. We are starting with a 10-minute walk up. We are starting with a 10-minute warm up. Nothing crazy. I'm on the treadmill. I'm doing speed free and I'm keeping the incline on 0 because my husband was telling me that the warm up is more so just for you to get your body moving, to get some more of your steps in, and also to mentally prepare yourself for the session. Nothing crazy, just a 10-minute warm up just to get the blood pumping. Let's go.
Why you give a green light? It's a red flag. When you send that, didn't know we felt like it's always. I meant that when I send that. Why you give a green light? It's a red flag. When you send that, didn't know we felt like it's always. It's always. It's always. Wanna tell you about my pain. Wanna know where you are.
So that is the workout all done. I am so tired, so shattered. I really feel it in my muscles. As you saw, we did back day. I ended with a bit of abs. I didn't film that bit. I was literally dying. Can I tell you, my stomach muscles, my back muscles, hurting in places I didn't think you could hurt. It's definitely been a while. My first gym session back in I don't even know how long. I'm so happy at the end of it. I think working out, especially at the gym, especially when you're not used to it, is one of those things where sometimes you just can't be asked to do it. You're not always going to be in a positive mood to go and work out. You know, you really have to push yourself, and that's what I did today. Thankfully, I had my husband who was pretty much training me throughout the session, which was such a big help because honestly, I feel like I'd be a bit clueless if he wasn't here. But now, just coming back and training with him, I'm like remembering certain things. So I definitely feel like the next gym session I can do alone. I'm really proud of myself. There's never a workout you do where you finish it and you're not proud of yourself. There's never a workout you regret. Do you know what I mean? Any single workout you do, whether it's Pilates, going for a long walk or gym session, you never regret it. You always always feel so proud of yourself, and that's how I feel now. Anyway, I'm out of breath just talking to you. So let's go shower, freshen up, and then have a healthy, high protein breakfast, which I am so looking forward to. I'm so hungry. Let's go and do that. Finally, breakfast time. I'm so hungry. Let's quickly go over the ingredients that we're gonna have for breakfast. Healthy eating, I'm not gonna lie to you, it's not the most difficult thing for me because it is just part of my lifestyle. There was a time it was super difficult for me to just eat healthy. I used to eat like a slob kebab, but for so many years now, I've just been very much into my healthy eating. Don't get me wrong, I'm still a dessert girl. That's not a good thing. That's something that I'm trying to get under control. There are so many recipes that you can get on TikTok or Instagram nowadays that there is literally no excuse to not eat healthy, and healthy eating doesn't need to be so expensive. Of course, eating healthy is going to cost you more than if you go to McDonald's. That's obviously going to be cheaper, but we're not trying to just eat what's cheap. We're trying to eat what is good for us, and eating what's good for you doesn't need to be costly. So for breakfast, we're gonna have something super simple, whole wheat bagels. Anytime I eat bagels or bread, it's 9 times out of 10 gonna be whole wheat. I just don't eat white bread. I cannot remember the last time I ate white bread, unless I'm obviously out at a cafe or restaurant and I have like sourdough toast. But besides that, in my house, you will not see white bread. I say it so many times. Healthy eating, you can eat the same things that you have before. So before, if you usually have like toast with jam, make the small tiny little amendment. Instead of having white bread, have whole wheat bread. Just have a healthier alternative. For me, it's so much more sustainable to basically eat healthy by eating the exact same foods I was eating before, but just healthier version. So instead of white potatoes, I'll have sweet potatoes a lot of the time. Instead of cream cheese, I'll get cream cheese again, but it will just be the low fat version. When you do things like that, it makes it easier to eat healthy long term, not just eat healthy for a week or 30 days and then you go back to normal. Oh, my eye mask is coming off. I'm just doing these eye masks while I'm cooking because why not, you know? Romanticize the small things. Anyway, these bagels were freshly baked today, not by me, but by Spinneys in Dubai, which in the UK, I think Spinneys is equivalent to like Waitrose. Spinneys is just amazing. We're gonna do that with some Philadelphia cream cheese. We're gonna have some eggs, which I'm gonna do as just scrambled eggs. We're gonna have it with some Norwegian smoked salmon. We're gonna cook all of that with some extra virgin olive oil. The oil that you cook with is a big thing. If you're cooking with just sunflower oil or just like not a good quality oil, it's actually really fattening. And remember, oil is just what's gonna stick to your fat in your body and it's gonna be harder to burn. So you wanna make sure that you're cooking with as good of ingredients as you can. So with olive oil, you want to get extra virgin olive oil. The darker the bottle, usually the better the olive oil. A little fun and healthy tip for you. And then we're going to do it with some slices of avocado. Something super quick and easy to make because technically the only thing that I am actually cooking is scrambled eggs. Even if you're getting up in the morning and you've got to go to work, maybe you're not really a breakfast person, but you're trying to eat something healthy, or even if you just want a healthy snack, this is something so quick and easy. Anyway, let's get to eating. breakfast was fantastical. Salmon, scrambled eggs, avocado, cream cheese. What more could you want? Now we need to get to work because this is a productive morning, and even though we have been productive today, money effing make. I feel like I always say that, but it's true. Money needs to get made. Now, a couple of ways that I stay productive. For me, I like to dibble and dabble between taking notes on my laptop and on my phone in my notes app, but also writing things down in my journal, especially this journal here. To be honest, I'm not the most consistent with this, but when I am, oh my gosh, this is a game changer. I don't know what it is, but there is just something about physically writing something down instead of being on your laptop or being on your phone. Honestly, is a game changer. This is definitely something that I am trying to be more consistent with. This really does help me to be productive. And call me a child, I don't care, but it comes with all these fun different stickers just to make planning a lot more fun. If I'm just writing things down, it's gonna feel like a chore for me. So to make it more fun, I always add fun little stickers in there. Something that I am very consistent with is using Notion on my laptop. Notion definitely helps me plan and plan to a T. Planning what I'm gonna record, planning the days that I need to edit it. So all of these videos that you see that I'm pushing out on YouTube, everything is planned. It's not one of those things where I'm like, what should I do? And then I just quickly do it. I try and plan things because I'm very much a type A personality. I think it's type A. I just thrive off of being in an environment where I know what's happening, I know when it's happening, how it's happening, why it's happening, and when it's happening. And I noticed that having a plan has been super, super helpful. When it comes to planning a bit more my personal life, I love to journal. Super quick, super simple. It takes 5 minutes to do. You just fill it in every single morning and every single night. Oh my gosh, I've got hiccups, sorry. And it doesn't even take long to do. So you write your 3 top goals. So it's like what I was saying at the start of this video. It's so easy to fall off of your goals when you're thinking of 100 different things at once. Or you're thinking that you need to change these huge parts of your life. I mean, maybe you can do it for a week, maybe 2 weeks, maybe if you're lucky, even 30 days. And then you fall off and you go back to normal. Start with small things. So this self-care journal literally tells you to write down your 3 top goals. When you think of 3 things, instead of thinking of 10 things, it's a lot more easier to actually stick with it and to get it done. So today it was for me to get my 8 to 10k steps in by the end of today. I'm definitely on track for doing that. It was to make a healthy, high protein breakfast. Tick, I've just finished eating that. And then it was to get a workout in, a gym workout in. As I mentioned, going back to the gym and getting back into my gym girl era is definitely something that I'm trying to do. This is what a lot of people won't tell you. You can do all the Pilates in the world. If you really want to build muscle mass, there's nothing better than strength training. It's just how it goes. So it means I need to get my ass back in the gym and build muscle mass. So those were my 3 things. Now, if I had a list of 10 things to do today, it would have been a lot harder for me to reach that goal. It doesn't mean it wouldn't have been possible, but if I'm being realistic, it would have been a lot harder. By the 5th or 6th thing, I would have been like, what are the other things again? 3 things is easy to remember and it's easier to get done. Even if every day for a while it's the same thing, it's fine. It will get to a point where you just start doing these things and it becomes part of your everyday life. So that's something I love about my self-care journal. Again, if you want the link to this, you can find it in my description. I find it's very, very helpful. Even when I travel, I take it with me. And then they also have different prompts in there as well that are different every single day. That just helps you tap into answering certain questions that you didn't even realize. Like, what's the importance of self-care for you and how can you look after yourself better today? So it makes you dive deeper in and answer questions that on a normal day to day, you wouldn't be asking yourself those questions. Maybe you would, I don't know. So whether you use something digital like Notion or you use something physical like the self-care journal, my Fox planner, which I'm not gonna lie, this is probably number 1 because this is great for your personal life and professional life. They have like a weekly calendar, they have a monthly calendar, they have a day-to-day calendar in here. You also can write down at the end of the week what your wins were, what made you happy, areas of your life that you can improve on and the lessons learned. You can write down your personal to-do list, your work to-do list, your habit tracker. This is no joke. This is super, super detailed, and just going over it again reminds me how much I need to get back onto this. I also never used to be the most productive person. I was the type of person that would roll up and just go along with the day. You know, there wasn't really an urgency to make sure I get things done. But as I've gotten older and I really truly am trying to elevate my life and become a better person, I'm not just putting it on a vision board and saying these are the things I want to do. No, I actually want to do those things, and I know that in order for me to do those things, I need to be disciplined. Having things like this is super, super helpful. Another great tip is having friends who kind of have the same morals as you and having friends who are kind of on the same wavelength as you. And what I mean by that is, if you have friends that help push you to become the best version of yourself or push you to meet your goals, even if it's not their own goals, those are the best people to be around. People that motivate you, people who truly want the best for you. Being around people like that, it's a lot easier to get a step closer to the person that you're trying to become. Whereas if you surround yourself with people who are probably a bit more negative or they're always putting you down, so much harder to reach towards your goals because you're surrounding yourself with negativity and you are the company that you keep. There is this app that my friend and I use. It's called Lock It, which is a really good app. It comes up on your home screen and me and my friend Lauda have each other on there. And what we basically do, she's really trying to like work her ass off in the gym. I really try and work my ass off, just my health and fitness in general. And what you do is you take a picture. So for example, if I finish a workout, I'll take a picture as like proof of life that I've done this workout. You're not allowed to edit it. You're not allowed to add filters. It's like a raw image and you upload it and it comes up on your home screen. So if I take a picture, it will come up on her home screen on her phone and it will stay there until I upload the next one and vice versa. So that's something that you can do with a group of friends or even with your partner to help motivate each other. So that's another way that you can stay productive in a fun way that's not too much pressure and you're doing it with a friend. Anyway, I've got a lot of work to do, so I hope you've enjoyed this locked in morning routine. As per usual, I hope that this has been a reminder that you can have productive mornings and it can be sustainable. They don't need to be crazy morning routines with a million different steps that you need to follow. You can have realistic morning routines and integrate it into your lifestyle that work. And also, if you haven't subscribed, what are you waiting for? Go and subscribe, leave a thumbs up, leave a comment. Let me know what way you're going to make your mornings more productive. I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.